Dream SMP lore. You asked for it, and ask you no longer need to do any more. I just ruined that. Today we're checking out some Dream SMP lore. It's called Dream SMP, The Complete Story, Part 1. It's it's not even night, it's 6 PM, it's dark in England. It's been raining, so here we are with a cozy video. It's gonna be a long one, so sit in, get cozy, and yeah. Before we get into it, make sure you leave a thumbs up if you enjoy, leave a comment with suggestions for next time, and if this video gets to 600 likes, we'll do another Dream SMP video, okay? If we reach that goal, we'll keep it going, keep the train going, and make sure you subscribe with notifications on, otherwise you might miss my next video. Dream SMP story time, let's go!
Growth, friendship, and ruin. Across the life of the Dream SMP, these three truths have shaped the story into one of the most treasured in Minecraft history.
Yeah.
Spanning many months and including some of the most talented content creators in the community, the story has evolved well past that ever thought to come from a Minecraft server. To truly understand the story,
Rest in peace, Technoblade, by the way. I heard about that at the time when it happened. The video that he made was like recommended on my YouTube at the time. And yeah, rest in peace. I actually saw on a bus stop, someone had written something like a tribute to him, which is really sweet. Like the other month, like when it sort of happened. I think it said something like Technoblade forever, or Technoblade lives forever, or never dies, or something like that. Someone put that on a bus stop, which is, I love that. It's just crazy to me. It's crazy how much of an impact one person can have. But yeah, I never watched his stuff. I mean, I guess I still could, but yeah, cool.
We must go back to the beginning. Today, I will take you on a journey through the early days of the server and tell the story of part 1 of the Dream SMP.
I love that they just made a story in
really
Minecraft.
Quick, this video took weeks to make, so if you could take 1 second to subscribe, it is completely free and it would make my day.
I'm sure you've seen the original video, but
also,
if you haven't already, go and subscribe to the original guy. Subscribe to me as well if you want, that'd be nice. But obviously this took a lot of work to make, so.
Thanks to Lord Cantor for letting me use his recreation of the Dream SMP for this video.
Shout out Lord Cantor.
If you want to see how he managed to rebuild the server block for block, go check out his channel in the top link of the description.
Damn. Okay.
Anyway, let's start from the beginning.
The water looks cool with that mod, actually.
Day 1 of the Dream SMP. A time before war, before nations, before death.
I love how dramatic it is.
A much simpler time than what we know today. A time of peace. On April 25th, Dream and George created what has grown into one of the most influential Minecraft servers ever.
Wait, April 25th of what month? I mean, what year? What year was that? Oh, I don't even know. Okay, if anyone wants to let me know what year it started.
April 25th, Dream and George
maybe the year that this
created
video came out?
into one of the most influential Minecraft servers ever. But to them, it was just a normal survival world.
Yeah, it looks normal.
A few months prior, on February 5th, Minecraft released their first snapshot of 1.16, the Nether update.
Ooh.
Because of Dream's focus on his channel, as well as his speedrunning grind that started shortly after, Dream had not had time to truly explore the new update. This world finally gave him a chance to do so.
I didn't even play Minecraft, but I remember hearing about this update.
Stream, Dream and George intended just to play the game. No speedrunning, no Minecraft manhunt, just plain old survival.
Damn.
And that's exactly what they did. After making a portal, Dream and George explored the new biomes and structures added to the game. After a long journey through the Nether, the two decided to head back.
Oh.
After dying in the Nether, the two journeyed back to gather.
Lost all their stuff.
They finally were able to find their stuff and escape. Yeah. They lost all their stuff.
Wow.
Later, they finally were able to explore the Bastion with no problems.
That's gutting,
and by the end of the stream, things were looking good.
They keep dying.
Soon after the beginning of the SMP, its first members other than Dream and George were added.
When they first started playing together or making videos on it, was that like their first time playing the game? I'm guessing probably not. They probably played like a lot before that, right? Like, were they good at the game or were they dying because they were bad? I don't know.
These included Sapnap, the the third member of the
Sat
Dream
that.
Team, as well as their close friends It's Alyssa and Awesome Dude.
Cool. I don't know that.
Over the next streams, the five were able to develop the world considerably. One of these projects included the centerpiece of the SMP and oldest building on the server, the Community House.
Okay.
Located in the middle of the lake, the Community House, as well as the paths branching off of it, still stands today as a hub for travel across the main server. A few other notable builds include the Community Nether Portal, which also remains a very important location today, and the Courthouse, which is pretty self-explanatory.
What? Something that's in prison.
Was growing. And along with it, the player base grew too. Before long, 2 new members have been added to the server, Punk and Bad Boy Halo. Although
Nice.
Bad Boy Halo was a neutral force during the early days of the server, his presence would be felt much more later in the story.
Oh, that's actually okay. Yeah, I know it's just a game, but it's kind of exciting, you know. The idea of having like a war that's coming. War's not good, obviously, but in a video game, it's
Punk,
interesting.
on the other hand, got to work right away building his first giant lemon tree.
Whoa!
He also
That's
began
massive.
trapping people's bases. He started this with George. In an act of revenge for the trap, George decided to burn down the entirety of Punk's lemon tree, prompting him to build another one farther down the path.
Oh, just build another one, isn't it?
But little did he know, this second tree, along with his careless actions of setting traps in people's bases, would drive the server to chaos, causing the first war.
Tommy's
But
face.
before that happened, another player was added to the server. The most important addition yet.
Wait. I actually don't know.
This player was TommyInnit.
Oh, British boy.
TommyInnit was an up-and-coming creator who knew how to start drama. After his channel saw early success from Hypixel Skyblock, he was invited to join the new creator server, SMP Earth.
From what I've seen, he's
Holding
funny.
over 60 creators, many with millions of subscribers, this was a huge opportunity for Tommy. And he did not hesitate to try to fight all of them. He entered the Dream SMP with the same goal. Coming off the recently ending SMP Earth, Tommy was ready for more fighting. And on his first day, he got straight to work.
His first day, he's
July
killed George. What the hell? I don't like not properly. This is before, like, I guess it's is it like does it end up being like a permanent death thing on this? I guess I heard like no spoilers, don't spoil me. But I've heard of people like dying in the lore or whatever. Is that because they actually get killed and then they can't play again, or is that because they just want to leave the thing and then that's how they do it? I don't know.
Hours of streaming, Tommy gets a completely out of the blue message from Dream inviting him to the SMP.
Ooh.
Joining without hesitation, Tommy immediately set out to do one thing: annoy everyone. He quickly became a problem,
The troll.
stealing from chests and killing George
I
repeatedly.
bet a lot of people who didn't know who
This
he was.
resulted in him being
really actually
taken to
disliked
jail within about 20 minutes of joining the server. A record that stands to this day.
Wow, nice.
After pulling an epic gamer move and escaping, he continued to destroy things. This
Why the moron?
resulted in Dream teleporting him far away from spawn, banishing him temporarily. However, Tommy was not going to let this stop him from annoying them. Coming back by dying, Dream kept having to teleport him. This went on for a few minutes before TommyInnit had become the first player to be banned on the server.
Well, they actually
One
annoyed
Twitter
him.
block later, and Tommy was back. This time, he would follow the rules. Well, kinda.
Did they actually get annoyed,
After
or was it
causing a
like
bit
part
more
of the fun?
damage and claiming everything he could see as his property, Tommy decided to end his stream. His actions on the first day of the server would only be the beginning. As
This is actually, I want to say, that's a really bold move from him. Obviously, he's already, look at the amount of subs he's got on Twitch or whatever, like he's already making a living off of it. But it's really bold because he could have like been kicked out of that group if like their fans didn't like him or whatever because he was annoying them. He could have been kicked out and then that could have been it and he wouldn't have like grown as much as he did. So I kind of respect it. Being a troll obviously is annoying to other people, but he's just being himself. I respect it. He wasn't like quiet. He just did his thing.
He would be streaming nearly every day on the SMP.
Nice.
2 days later, the first war on the Dream SMP began. It all started when Tommy decided to build his house in a hill directly next to Punk's giant lemon tree.
Oh, here we go. Set on fire?
Tommy, they almost immediately began fighting over land. This resulted in Punk killing Tommy and also trapping his house. Following the trolling of his house, Sapnap sought revenge.
Oh, here we go.
And he was able to get it by burning down most of Punk's lemon tree.
It's so easy to just set it
by
alight.
his actions, Punk teamed up with It's Alyssa to get him back again.
Oh, there we go.
They then burned down his entire house. They had crossed the line. Sapnap knew he had to put an end to this, but he couldn't do it alone. Though it took some convincing, Sapnap was able to get Tommy on his side, and together they would kill Punk and Alyssa.
That's who you want on your side, the troublemaker himself.
Until, in the middle of their fight, Dream logged on.
Dun dun dun!
Dream, the creator of the world, and so far the only one to stop Tommy's fits of destruction, had had enough. He had created the server to be a place to escape conflict, to work together, to create, and to have fun. And war had no place there.
Sounding fun so far, though.
After watching the server begin to spiral into chaos, Dream decided to step in and stop the fighting. But he quickly discovered he was very undergeared, and within seconds, Tommy and Sapnap had killed him as well. The fighting escalated once again, and soon nearly the entire server was involved.
Damn!
Together, Sapnap and Tommy wiped out everyone standing in their way.
How have they done that then? They got some skills.
Dream to log out temporarily. That was until something happened that turned the tides of the battle.
Good on here, then.
Dream had stolen Tommy's most prized possessions on the server.
Ooh.
His music discs.
His music discs, no!
He had spent hours finding these discs and was not about to let that time go to waste. He had to get them back.
He's livid.
Because Tommy and Sapnap were allies, Sapnap decided to help Tommy steal the discs back from Dream. Dream then joined the call and told Tommy that because he had proven to be untrustworthy, he would not be getting his discs back. And if he decided to start any conflict again, the discs would be burned. While this was happening, Sapnap began looking for where Dream had hidden the discs. And a few minutes later, he found one.
Ooh.
Running from Dream, who followed close behind, Sapnap passed the disc to Tommy, who then ran to his base, entered his mine, and hid the disc in a ravine.
Stream viewers currently can't
Dream
see
close
it. Okay.
behind, Tommy then faked hiding the disc in a completely different part of the ravine, distracting him long enough for Tommy to come
big
up.
brain plays, man.
The plan that would get his other music disc back from Dream and win him the first battle.
I've got to say, Dream has been absolutely rolled in this beginning part. Like, Tommy is just messing him up. Big time.
But him and Sapnap couldn't do it alone. They needed someone else.
I get the feeling Dream's going to get revenge.
Tommy knew just the guy for the job.
Who's this?
Tubbo and Tommy had been friends since the beginning.
Heard of this name.
Tubbo had been streaming on 0 viewers for almost a year, and Tommy rated him with 20.
Ooh.
Later on Discord, the two started talking, and before long, they began streaming together. Throughout the Hypixel Skyblock phase and SMP Earth, Tubbo was there, scamming, fighting, and laughing his way to victory alongside Tommy. Tubbo was a wholesome presence in contrast to Tommy and preserved the lightheartedness found in the early days of the server.
Yeah.
Joining just a few days after Tommy, Tubbo quickly established himself as a force of good. Despite them being nearly opposites, the two unlikely friends fought together during every battle in the early days of the SMP.
It's kind of wholesome, you know.
It was Tommy and Tubbo versus the world.
Hey.
So when Tommy and Sapnap needed some backup, he knew Tubbo would be there. Together, the three of them plotted to take down Dream and take back Tommy's second disc.
Dream's lurking though.
Tommy's plan was simple. Surround Dream and all three attack him with axes to do the maximum damage possible.
Sounds good.
He hoped this would give them at least a chance of killing Dream.
Hang on, I swear I just remembered. I've just remembered. I swear I saw a video where the Sidemen did a video, like, all 7 of them against Dream, trying to kill him, and they, like, couldn't even beat him. Well, I don't know, they found it hard. I think it was, like, 1 against him, then 2 against him. I remember watching that ages ago, but I can't remember what happened in it, like, if they beat him or not. But I just remember him being really good. Really good.
And since Tommy knew Dream had the disc in his inventory, this was their only chance of getting it back. As the fighting began, things were not looking good.
He's in the corner watching.
After dying, Tommy and Sapnap brought a bed down to the ravine and set their spawn point nearby. The three then regrouped for one final ambush on Dream.
Okay.
But he found them first.
And that gear wouldn't be as good either.
After Sapnap was killed, it was all up to Tommy and Tubbo to finish the job. Using gravel as a blockade, the two began to chip away at Dream's health. Tommy got a few good hits before falling to Dream, leaving it all up to Tubbo. And as Dream was retreating to heal, Tubbo chased him down, managing to kill him. They had done it. Together, the team had managed to take down the most powerful man on the server, and Tommy's most prized possessions were back in his hands.
Oh, because it was in his
After a quick
inventory.
celebration, Tommy decided it would be best to hide the discs in a chest off camera so Dream couldn't steal them when he was offline.
Yeah. Good
But
chat.
he quickly realized that Dream would not give up that easily.
Surely, if he just ran off really far and just put it under some dirt, like, Dream isn't going to find that with all those blocks. Surely. Unless he like, uses TNT maybe and blows stuff up. I don't know.
Sure, Tommy had won the battle, but the war was far from over.
Only just started, man. Only just started.
A few days after Tommy joined the SMP, Tubbo was not the only new member to be added. 3 more of their friends, Purpled, Fundy, and Puns, were whitelisted as well.
Nice.
The SMP was now beginning to flourish. New players meant new development, and from this point forward, the server really started to take shape.
I wish I was there, man.
The first major build was Purpled's UFO.
Whoa!
Lying fairly close to the community house in the same direction as Tommy's base,
That's cool.
the UFO was one of the better looking builds for quite a while. A socializing club was also constructed for resolving an issue that later arose between Fundy, Purpled, and Tubbo.
Okay.
Finally, both Fundy and Dream created secret bases underground.
Not a secret base.
These new builds, along with the arising storyline of the Disc Saga and other conflicts on the server, helped the Dream SMP quickly gain popularity on YouTube and Twitch.
Nice.
And as development continued in the world, so did it in the battle for the discs.
The discs.
On July 10th, one day after his previous battle with Dream, Tommy logged on to the SMP, only to see that Dream had torn apart all of the land surrounding his base looking for the discs. And he found them.
No way! Sure, what? It's just bury it further away. It couldn't have been that simple. They must have only had their own land to fill, right? Otherwise, he would have just done it further. Or, unless he wanted Dream to find it, because it's like part of the drama. But I don't know. He actually found it.
He was able to do this because when Tommy was hiding the discs off camera, he left his game sounds on. This allowed Dream to get an idea of where he had hidden them based on analyzing when he took fall damage and what blocks he mined before placing the chest.
That's mental.
The discs
That is crazy.
had been lost once again. And this time, Dream would not let them back so easily. Tommy's first plan was to bargain with Dream, but that quickly went downhill when Tubbo pointed out that the only thing Tommy had of value was his netherite chestplate. After their genius idea of setting an ultimatum was shut down by Dream walking out of the building,
Wow.
Dream threatened to burn Tommy's discs if he didn't give him the netherite chestplate within 20 minutes.
What? So he's blackmailing him now?
This
Wow.
left only one reasonable solution.
I love how Tommy's chat in the bottom left was just, what? By the way, I know I'm not talking much in this video. I usually like to talk more in my reaction. I don't want to be someone that just sits there and doesn't say anything, but I'm just taking this in. I'm actually enjoying this. I'm more invested in this than I thought I was going to be. But yeah, let's go on.
One way for Tommy to get his discs back once and for all. Him and Tubbo would try and portal trap Dream and kill him with beds. Why did they actually think that would work? He literally just said he doesn't have the discs in his inventory. This plan was absolutely foolproof.
There we go.
There was no way it wouldn't work.
I'm not an idiot.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe that's why it's not going to work.
Knowing Dream knew their plan, Tommy and Tubbo were sure he had trapped the portal on the other side. Lucky for Tommy, he had ender pearls and was able to escape.
Ah, good idea.
Tubbo, on the other hand, was slain by Dream.
No!
And somehow, Tommy died as well. Their plan was not going too well. They had already both died and had made no more progress towards recovering the discs. They then met peacefully with Dream, who decided to give Tommy one last chance to trade his chest plate for the discs.
Oh, for the
Tommy convinced Dream to give him 10 more minutes to think about it, buying him time to think of another plan. This time, Tommy's plan was different. It was literally the exact same plan. After yet another failed negotiation, an opportunity arose for one of the discs to be stolen. Dream, after taking out both Tommy and Tubbo multiple times, was feeling very confident.
Here we go. You're going to play some of the music, isn't it?
He decided it would be funny to taunt them by playing the disc. But Tommy and Tubbo were ready. After playing it again higher up so they couldn't steal it, Dream began to build a blockade next to the jukebox. But Tubbo managed to slip through, ejecting the disc from the jukebox and taking it.
Yeah!
He ran for his life. But eventually Dream killed both of them and took it back again.
Yeah, never mind then, never.
In the words of Tommy, they had a glimpse at freedom. But the battle continued. Building higher and higher, Dream continued to taunt Tommy with his discs, holding them just out of reach. Until Dream was distracted by Tubbo, allowing Tommy to drop in from above and steal the disc back. Knowing it wouldn't be safe in the skies, Tommy dropped the disc down to Tubbo. However, Tubbo was not able to find it before Dream realized what happened and took back the disc.
Again! XD!
Twice now, the two had been incredibly close to victory, only to have the disc slip away at the last second.
Twice.
The fighting continued, but ultimately led nowhere. And so, Tommy and Tubbo decided to take the trade.
Hey.
Tommy's netherite chestplate for the discs.
Well, how rare is the chestplate thing? Or how hard is it to get?
Tommy thought back to the days of Skyblock. He was the king of scamming. Surely there was a way to beat Dream. Take back the discs while keeping his chestplate as well. Then, he remembered Tubbo, who had been by his side the entire time.
Drop a different one?
They both knew exactly what to do.
Oh, hit him or something.
As Dream dropped the disc.
Or Tubbo picks it up instead.
And Tommy dropped the chest plate. Tubbo made a break for the discs. By the time Dream realized what was happening, it was too late. Tubbo had grabbed both of the discs and logged out. It was a race for the chest plate. But Tommy won, managing to disconnect after picking it up. All that was left was Dream.
That's so cheap. Just disconnected.
Alone in the ruins of a battle he'd thought he'd won.
Wow.
With nothing.
Damn.
Or so they thought. Unbeknownst to Tommy and Tubbo, Dream had not dropped the real discs.
The plot twists. The plot twists, man. What the hell? So, he thought he got scammed. No, he thought he scammed him, but he actually got scammed himself. That's big brain plays.
The ones he traded were fakes.
He knew it. He knew it.
The finale of the disc saga took place the next day. As Tommy logged on, still holding the netherite chestplate, he looked around for a bit, then went to find Tubbo. But Tubbo had his own problems to deal with.
Been caught.
After conflict arose between Fundy, Purpled, and Tubbo, they decided to settle their affairs in the socializing club. During their conversation, Tommy burst through the door asking for Tubbo's help to finish the war. But war would have to wait, as in the socializing club there are no weapons and no fighting allowed for any reason.
I see.
So they moved outside. After that encounter, Tommy and Tubbo moved forward with their plan to find the discs. And Tommy knew exactly how they would do it. He believed that the discs were hidden in Dream's secret base.
Okay.
But he had no idea where it was. So with Tubbo's help, Tommy would use an exploit to see through walls and find it. The plan worked, and within minutes...
That's cheating, surely. He must have got backlash for that.
They had broken into the base. But once again, this wouldn't be the end. The discs weren't there.
Oh!
Confused, Tommy and Tubbo asked around to see if anyone knew where the discs were. But they were out of luck. Until Dream logged on to the server.
Oh.
After some more negotiation, including a stack of diamonds the two had stolen from Dream, they once again agreed to trade the netherite chestplate for the discs.
Giving his own diamonds back to him.
This time, there was no scamming. And just like that, the music discs were back in the hands of Tommy.
Hey.
Together, Tommy and Tubbo had
that celebration.
The war. And to celebrate, the two sat on a bench near Tommy's house and listened to one of the discs. Overlooking the land, they thought about what they'd accomplished.
So deep, so wholesome.
Until a sudden realization hit. They had gotten the discs before. But it didn't matter. Anyone could take them at any time. There was only one safe place on the entire server that left no chance of anyone stealing the discs. An ender chest. But as far as they knew, no ender chests had been made yet. So the two would have to quickly gather the materials and make their own before...
So how does an ender chest work? Is it, if you open it, it's always your own inventory? Does that mean if someone else puts one down, they can open it and see their ender inventory, and if you open it, you see your own? That's what I've just guessed, like just now. I think that would make sense. That's probably why no one else can get it, right? Is that how it works? I assume so.
Someone tried to steal the discs. If you don't know, an ender chest is crafted with an eye of ender surrounded by obsidian blocks. So all in all, they would need 8 obsidian, 1 blaze powder, and 1 ender pearl.
Okay.
They started by asking around for blaze rods. After Fundy wasn't interested, they went to talk to Puns.
Left the call.
Who, despite having his lawn griefed by the build battle the day before, and Tommy stealing some golden apples, agreed to supply them with a blaze rod and an ender pearl in exchange for an apple.
Well, obsidian's easy then, isn't it?
Got the apple,
isn't there ways you can make it infinitely and then just farm it?
And began making his way to Puns. Dream began to attack.
Oh, here we go.
Upon hearing their plans to seal the discs away in an ender chest, Dream knew if he wanted to stay in control, he had to stop them. Tommy quickly traded for the blaze rod and pearl, immediately running away as Dream began his pursuit. Tommy and Tubbo had to think of a plan.
Are they while they're doing this, are they like in a call together, any of them, or not?
And quick. Dream is no stranger to chases, and Tommy knew he was living on borrowed time. Still needing 8 obsidian to craft the chest, Tommy had an idea. If Tubbo could distract Dream for just a minute or two, Tommy could rush over to the community nether portal and break enough obsidian to craft the chest.
Repurpose
As Tommy
it, yeah.
made his way to the portal and began mining, Tubbo followed Dream, telling Tommy exactly where they were. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh!
Tommy had almost gotten half the obsidian they needed when Dream started shooting at him from a nearby watchtower.
Ooh!
Barely alive with 1 heart, just a single arrow could end the dream of securing the
dream.
discs. Tubbo made his way to Tommy, covering him and supplying food. 4, 5. Dream made his way to the portal, Tubbo only managing to stall a few seconds. The two ran, taking refuge in the community house and blocking off the doors.
Damn.
Tubbo stayed on the ground floor, sacrificing his life and buying Tommy just enough time to escape from the roof. 6,
jumped in there.
7, They were so close.
8?
All that stood between them and freedom was a green man and a single piece of obsidian.
Green man.
Dream chased Tommy. A relentless storm of arrows following Tommy's every step. He couldn't do it. If he stops running, Dream kills him. If he keeps running for long, he loses his sprint and Dream kills him.
Yeah.
There was nothing Tommy could do.
Something happened.
But he didn't have to do anything. He had Tubbo.
Oy.
Tubbo remembered he had a piece of obsidian at his house and ran there immediately. Now, Tommy was the one stalling. As Tubbo grabbed the obsidian, he went out back and saw Tommy loop around towards the back of his house. Tubbo then dropped the obsidian, as well as some food, and stalled Dream just long enough for Tommy to craft the ender chest and lock away the discs for good.
He did it!
Together, against all odds,
See him doing it. So
two friends managed to save Tommy's most prized possessions.
I mean, it was 2 against 1, but still, it was good stuff.
With this, the disc saga was over. At least for now. And the server was at peace once again. The next 2 weeks would be the most peaceful the server had ever seen since Tommy joined. With the end of the first major war, it seemed everyone needed a break from the chaos. But soon, a new player would be added to the SMP. A player that would completely change the nature of the server.
Silver Woods.
A storyteller.
Wilberson.
A mastermind of words. His ideas growing to define the server and made the story something people would remember.
I like his camera. On the outside, it has like the old Windows thing.
And July 24th. Just 20 days after Tommy joined, one moment changed the course of the server forever. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already so you get notified when part 2 comes out. Make sure to go subscribe to my second channel as well, as I will be posting a Q&A sometime soon. Comment down below your thoughts on the video and what you think could be better. Anyway, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Amazing video, Evan. Brilliant. Great stuff. Okay, so that was the first part of the lore. I was going to say, what a cliffhanger. I actually really enjoyed this. This video is going to be so long, but it's whatever. It's whatever. This was good stuff. It really was. Yeah. I didn't know what to expect going into it, but this was quite tame. Well, I mean, there was a lot of fighting going on, but there weren't loads of people involved, if that makes sense. I don't know, is it going to end up being like everyone in the server's involved? Probably. Actually, you know what? Don't give me spoilers. I'll do a video on the next part. I think the next part's like 40 minutes though, so I might make like an hour-long video. We'll see how much people enjoy this video. Okay. In this video, if not many people watch this, then I'll have to reconsider it. But yeah, I want to do another part. So show your support, leave a thumbs up and a comment, and subscribe and turn notifications on. But yeah, I enjoy this. It must have been so much fun playing in this at that time as well. Just thinking about it, like, I've played Minecraft a few times. I could do my own series. Anyone want to see that? If you're still watching, leave a comment saying Minecraft. And let me know if you want me to make my own playthrough or something. But yeah, like even just playing with friends is fun. But streaming to loads of people and then having this story happening is quality. And it sounds like Wilbur's going to make it a lot more interesting too. And it already is very interesting. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. I did, so I hope you did too. And yeah, what a great video. This might be the longest video I've ever made. But what a great cause. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Stick around and we'll have a good time. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Have a good day. Cheers.